Hey guys, it's been a minute since my last video. Sorry if I'm recording this in the kitchen, but the light is best here. So what you're looking at, it looks like just standard, plain, possible Ghostbusters figures from the 80s, right? But these three figures are actually among the rarest you can collect in the United States, and I will explain why. These are not the Ghostbusters. In fact, these are from a company called Sun Gold, and they were called, I'll give you the little graphic here, the Spook Chasers. Very clearly a Ghostbusters ripoff, or AKA knockoff. But you know what? I have a soft place in my heart for knockoff figures. I find them so interesting and what companies can get away with. And these were produced, of course, back in, I'd say, the late 80s, when the Real Ghostbusters cartoon craze was at its zenith. And Sun Gold, the company that produces these, which were famous for doing knockoffs similar to Warrior Beasts, which was a line that was produced that was clearly mimicking Masters of the Universe. Well, Sun Gold wanted to dip its hands into the Ghostbusters market, so of course they created, once again, the Spook Chasers. And this is what the graphic looked like on the original packaging. This is not an original, this particular package, but these three figures are. And the interesting little side note here is these figures actually were never released here in the United States. Columbia Pictures got wind of it and basically threatened Sun Gold, the company producing it, and said, if these hit store shelves in the United States, you're going to have a major lawsuit. So what happened was these figures were primarily produced in Sweden and sold in Sweden. And in fact, that is how I acquired these three pieces. Now, this is very clearly Peter Venkman. Originally, he would have come with a proton pack, but I will tell you, these figures are extremely expensive, so I was lucky just to get one figure with a proton pack. And as you can see, I don't know if you can see clearly, but Sun Gold is stamped on the back of these, but not a lot of articulation in the legs, just the arms go up and down, and that's about it. And they're not very durable, so watch. Peter Venkman will Egon, the Egon-esque character, will definitely fall when I show you the, yep, there he goes. This is the Ray character, of course. Looks very much like the Ray character from the Real Ghostbusters line. And this is definitely my favorite. This is their knockoff Egon character. You can see things are definitely different. Like, look at the shades. I think that's a riot. Here's the proton pack that comes with the figures. These basically just pop right off their backs, and the proton pack gun just slides onto their arms through friction. So there's nothing like snapping into place there. Now, this one technically is not a complete proton pack because the blaster aspect of it used to have a long attachment of plastic with a U shape at the end, but they are very fragile and they snap off very easily. So to find any of these is very rare in any form. You can get figures out there that are complete with the guns and the long stems. I'll show you what the stems look like. See on this packaging, that was like the stem from the gun with the U shape that you could use to quote unquote capture the ghosts. But to get a complete set with the long proton pack, you're probably going to pay upwards of about $5,000. So no thank you. I think I can rest comfortably with just having the set that I have. But I got these for a great price. And now let me correct you. myself. I still paid a lot of money, but not anywhere near $5,000. Now, the accompanying ghosts are very interesting. Each of these figures came with a ghost like this, but these four are reproductions of the original ghost. So it's a reproduction of a knockoff, these four ghosts right here. The figures are original, but these are not. These are produced by a company called Phantasm. And where they improved upon the original design is the plastic ghosts used to be basically all one color, or you would get a variety of whatever plastics they decided to use. So it wasn't a high-tech operation when these were originally being produced. But like here, this is definitely meant to be Slimer. Like, and as you can see, they created them so they could go on the heads of the Ghostbusters, and you could just play with them like they're being, that they're harassing the heroes. And I believe this particular ghost came with the Egon-esque figure originally, and then I believe this one came with the Winston character. The Winston character, unfortunately, I do not have. He is very hard to find, and he's funny because that character has almost like blue hair and blue eyes. I guess they got lazy on the paint. But these two figures each came with these guys originally. And again, this is the Spook Chasers because they couldn't use Ghostbusters, clearly. There is a movie. I think it came out, I could be wrong, in the 50s. It might have been earlier. And it was called The Spook Chasers. So they clearly based that name probably on that movie. But yes, this is the Spook Chasers by Sun Gold. Sun Gold, again, famous for knockoffs. And as you can see, this is just like a little string holding the gun together. And that's what the inside of that looks like. And if you're interested, actually, in picking up these reproduction ghosts, you're not going to get the figures, but the ghosts themselves are available at Phantasm Toys. I believe that's Phantasm with an F. And they'll come in packages like this. Like this guy's name was Fanger. And that was him. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That was Fanger right there. See his little fangs coming out. Anyway, I thought this was a cool little video that I could make just to further show the world of knockoff toys. And if you are at a flea market sometime and you happen to be talking to someone from Sweden who might be in the United States selling toys, and you see toys that look like this, definitely pick them up because they're highly valuable and you will not regret it. Interestingly enough, by the way, and this has nothing to do with this particular line, but in the Real Ghostbusters line, the original, a lot of people ask, why did Egon have blonde hair, or white hair in this case? That is because the toy company wanted to differentiate the figures, and all of them had dark hair. So they needed at least one that would stand out, and that became Egon. But there's a little trivia for you. I hope you have a great day, and thank you for watching.